Good morning, students. So we have read so far the chapter His First Flight, that seagull attempted to fly and he was happy and he succeeded this time to fly. He was praised by his parents, his brothers and sisters, and he started flying as if he was always flying. So let's read what happened next. He was near the sea now, flying straight over the sea, facing straight out over the ocean. He saw a vast green sea beneath him, with little ridges moving over it, and he turned his beak sideways and cawed amusedly. So he was now near the sea, and he was flying straight over it. He was straight flying over the ocean, and what he saw the green sea beneath him. He was just watching the green sea under him. Beneath means under him. There were little ridges. Ridges means small hills or little land moving over it, moving over the sea. Obviously there was a little land or hills over the sea somewhere. So he was looking at them, and then he turned his beak sideways, both sides, and he cawed. He made sound amusedly. Amusedly means delightedly. So it shows that he was very happy to make his first flight. He was watching that scenario for the very first time, and he was very impressed by the scenery. He was very much in awe when he saw the sea moving, the green hills moving under him, and it was a very delightful scene for him. And then his parents and his brothers and sister had landed on this green flooring ahead of him. Green flooring. What is this green flooring here? Sea is the green flooring mentioned here. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. He dropped his legs to stand on the green sea. His legs sank into it. He screamed with fright and attempted to rise again, flapping his wings. But he was tired and weak with hunger, and he could not rise. So what happened? His parents and his brother and sister, they have already came down on a green flooring, which means they are just floating over the sea. They just came down to float over the sea, and they were beckoning means they were praising him. They were calling shrilly, they were calling him loudly. They were just praising him. And then he dropped his legs down on the sea and to stand on the green sea, and his legs sank into the sea. Obviously he couldn't stand on the sea, so his legs sank in the sea, and he screamed with fright means here terror. He screamed with terror. Why? Because he thought that now he is going to sink into the sea, but it didn't happen. And he attempted to fly again, but he attempted to flap his wings again, but he was so tired, he was so exhausted. Why? Because he could not have anything to eat for 2 days already. So he was very weak with hunger, and he could not rise. He was so much exhausted by the strange exercise. What was the strange exercise? Strange exercise was the flight, which he took for the very first time. So his feet sank into the green sea, and then his belly touched it, and he sank no farther. So what happened? His feet just touched the green sea. They sank into the water, and then he didn't sink more into the water. He was just floating over the water, and then he took a sigh of relief, and he was floating over it, and around him his family was screaming. So around him his family was screaming. They were praising him, they were beckoning him, and they were offering the scraps of dogfish. Scraps means here the pieces of dogfish. They were offering him a food. Why? Because he had not eaten anything for 2 days, and now he is successful in his first flight. So everybody was happy in his family, and they were all offering him food, and that's how he made his first flight. So that's how your chapter ended here. Now let's come to the questions, thinking about the text. Question 1 is, why was the young seagull afraid to fly? Do you think all young birds afraid to make their first flight, or some birds more timid than others? He was very much afraid to fly because he could not attempt to fly. He always thought that he would sink into the water, and his wings would not support him to fly. And yes, some of the birds, all birds, younger birds would be afraid to make their first flight, and some of them would be very weak to fly in a first attempt. So it is a common thing. Do you think a human baby also finds this challenge to take its first step? Obviously yes. It is very hard for a little boy, a little kid, to have his or her first step. So it is also challenging for them. They are when they take a first step, they are like young birds who are very initially taking the very first flight. So the experience of both the human baby or the baby of a bird is almost same. Sight of the foot maddened him. What does this suggest? What compelled the young seagull to finally fly? So what does this suggest? It suggests that already he has not eaten anything for 2 days, and when he saw food, he was maddened by his hunger. He couldn't see anything but that fish, that parts of fish, that species of fish, and it was that force which finally forced him to have his first flight, and he just forget everything, and he just jumped into the sea, sorry, into the wind, and that's how he was succeeded in having his successful first flight. Question third. They were beckoning to him, calling shrilly. Why did the seagulls, father and mother, threaten him to cajole him to fly? So, why did the seagulls, father and mother, threaten him and cajole him to fly? So, the answer to this question is that why his parents were first of all threatening him. They were threatening him because if he is not able to fly, he would not be offered with any food. He has to live alone. Why? Because seagull is a bird, and to fly it is his destiny. He has to fly. So that is why they were threatening him. They thought that if they would threaten him, he would somehow try to have an attempt of flying, and it happened. And cajole him to fly. They cajole him. They forced him to fly because it is very necessary for him to fly. If he wouldn't do that, the family has to leave him alone in there on the ridges where he was there. So that's how they were threatening him to fly. The next question is, have you ever had a similar experience where your parents encouraged you to do something that you were too scared to try? Discuss this in parts in groups. So it is for you. This exercise you can do by yourself. If you have any memory of your parents who were encouraging you to do something which you were scared of doing, so you can share it. You can write it in your copy. Next question is, in the case of bird flying, it seems a natural act and a foregone conclusion that it should succeed. In the example you have given in answer to the previous question, was your success guaranteed, or was it important for you to try regardless of a possibility of failure? So this question 5, so what we can say that it is very important to try at first. We should not think about the conclusion that would we succeeded, or where would the failure we will face. So we should not think about the failure or the success of whatever we are doing of our actions. We should try at least. Why? Because trying something new, trying something of which we are afraid, it is a very big thing. It is a very important thing for us. So we should always try to do something new. So that's how these questions are. So you have to do these 5 questions in your textbook or your notebook. So that's all. We will come back with our second part of this chapter.